So boom, what did I learn from this project? So my mom had dealt with a very difficult adolescence and emerging adulthood. She was fighting girls left and right, getting pregnant at 15, and just being overall chaotic. But one thing that she did not do though was give up and be a bum. She knew that having her kids, she needed to lock in and get her life together. So, starting with her childhood, growing up, her mom played a huge role in who she is today, but not for the better. For her being a failure of a mother, by being a neglectful parent, by not showing up and being there for her, and just overall pretty much hating on my mom, no shade. So, my grandma, her mom, also caused my mother to really learn and become who she is through vicarious learning. My grandmother didn't like the local ghetto, I would say, just culture my mom would embrace. She really wanted her to embrace more of the Japanese side and norms. And she would always like correct her grammar and hated that my mom would embrace more of the Hawaiian language than Japanese and German. I don't know if this is like shady, but I low key thought she was dead when I was younger because my mom never actually talked about her presently. She would always say like in the past tense, like, oh, remember when Grandma Karen used to do this? Remember when da 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 da? And I never actually saw her, like, and I don't have any memories with her. So I low key legit thought she was dead. Um, Low key, she is dead to us, no shade, because she'll literally be on this damn island and she will, like, not come visit, not come talk. So I was like, girl, I thought she was dead as hell. Dead as hell, girl, in the casket. But after my mom got pregnant, she started paying rent at I think around 16. Ever since then, she's always been paying rent. Her main goal, like her internal goal, was really like she didn't want to be part of the stereotype of if you get pregnant in high school, you'll become a complete failure. So she graduated on time and then she went to college. She actually could have graduated early, but she had all the credits she needed, but she failed her PE. She failed PE her sophomore year because my mom was like very prone to sunlight and like heat, and she kept telling her teacher this, but her teacher didn't want to listen. So my mom like threw up all over the teacher and like barely participated. So she failed that class and had to retake it, and she was going to her junior year, but then that's when she got pregnant. So she had to retake it her senior year. But overall, she really overcame a lot. Within her adolescence and childhood to now her adulthood, and now she's a thriving baddie living in Hilo, working from home, making six figures, educated, caring about her like BMI, her wellness, her weight, and her like overall health, and has an amazing family, which is me. Mwah. So my dad also had a challenging adolescence and childhood. His biggest memory was watching his parents fight because him and my auntie were fighting because they were hungry, and then my grandma left and didn't come back for a long time. In his household or his culture, the display rules for men, or mainly for him, was very much your typical like cut wood, no smiling, hide your emotion, be a man, blah blah blah. And he told me one time he was sitting in his room, like playing his ukulele, and my grandpa was calling for him, and my dad didn't hear because he was playing his ukulele. Hello, and then my grandpa came in, and he was like, "Hey, what you doing?" And my dad was like, "Girl, I'm playing this ukulele." Like what? He didn't say like that, but like you know what I mean. He was like, "Girl, I'm playing this ukulele." Like kids, wait or what? And my grandpa was like, "Okay, let me see him." He took the ukulele, he like touched it for a little bit, was like plucking the strings or two, and then he like bashed my dad in the head with it. So his environment was extremely impactful to the way his adolescence turned out. So through his adolescence, he became more rebellious and outspoken. Overall, his home environment really affected his schema and how he viewed the world. He had a very antisocial behavior towards like his family wise and like some parts of society. I think like one time he told me he like came to school drunk, and he literally told the teacher, reeking of alcohol, like because the teacher was like, where you've been? He was like, don't worry about it. The teacher came over and was like, girl, you stink. Like, what? You stink. And my dad was like, girl, no, I don't. What? You crazy. But I truly believe that him being rebellious was kind of like a protest against his family. And becoming an adult, he became more grounded and cared more about his future. This was mainly because he gained kids and a family that he actually loved. He changed his locus of control, which to become internal, because before he really kind of believed like, oh, like everything that has happened to me is the reason why like da 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 da, this is happening, etc., etc. But having children, he realized, like, girl, no, I need to fix my behavior. I need to change up what I'm doing because it's all me, girl, not the universe. It's me. So comparing both my parents' lives, they were very much like very parallel to each other. The main difference really stemmed from specific details, like my mom beefing with her mom and my dad beefing with his dad. But overall, they struggled with their childhoods and overcame these traumas and grew for the better. Through observational learning, I really noticed that they seem to balance or cancel each other out. They both have such strong personalities, but these strong personalities is what brings them together. They both bring each other what they need. My mom brings order and stability, and my dad brings very like safe space and like a comfort place for my mom. It was very much like type A and type B personalities working together. This perception honestly is T is oh, I don't know if I can say that, but it's T. They really just they kind of work as a team to build the necessities that they need, and they both have such shared experience that they can bond over so easily on the feeling of like their trauma, whilst also being completely understanding of each other, learning from each other, and responding accordingly. Both of their social clocks weren't what most people would view as normal for sure, but for them it made complete sense of like when they felt like they were adults or when they felt like they really grew and they really changed and all like the specifics. Overall, this trauma they share and the experience they went through has caused them to be authoritative parents. They wanted to be present in their child's lives whilst also being realistic and attentive to their behaviors. And they provided me a household rooted in individualism. But at the end of the day, their main goal with their children is to produce good people, people who I honestly didn't believe were in their lives. So moving on to my grandparents, the reason why I have in quotation marks is because 1, they live on a different island. 2, they don't talk to me. 3, they don't low-key want to talk to me. And 4, they have a bad relationship with my parents. This meant that I had to finish the project using a different relative. The best I could give was my aunties. They were definitely present in my life whilst not being 100% in it all the time. They definitely left their mark in my life. But their stories, being my parents' siblings, really kind of just reiterate what my parents said and felt. So for my mom's side, my auntie had an opposite approach with life. She started her life with having to be an authoritative and adult, taking care of her cousins. But going into like high school and her adolescence, she kind of learned her way through society and how to navigate through life. Using her crystallized intelligence from having to take care of her other cousins, she really learned how to grow from failure and to seek out failure in order to learn. And she developed her cognitive skills through her friends, dating, and fashion. Overall, I didn't learn anything too crazy from this project. I get the vibe that I was supposed to be some like huge connecting moment, but in all honesty, I kind of knew everything. Like all of this stuff, like I've been known my family's messed up and like people are weird as fuck. Like girl, but the main things I really learned though and have changed my perspective is when be a baddie, period. Screw these losers, be iconic. Everyone else can die. Like girl, wait. Number 2, YOLO, you only live once. Like, girl, be the bitch who has been bothering you down. Like, girl, what? Like, T. 3, it's not the end of the world. Get over it. 4, be present. This is ironic because I have like 200 absences, but like be present in your family's lives. Like, oh my God, like girl, just be there. Like the main issues that occurred in my families have to deal with people not being present, but people not being there. Like you don't need money, you don't need fancy things. You literally just need to be there. Just be there. Y'all want to talk about these like fatherless behaviors and like like absent father, da 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 da. Then be there. Be there. What? You're dumb. You're dumb. What? Like, be there. Be present. Like, hello. You don't need, like, money. You don't need to spoil people. You just need to be there. Make memories. Like, oh my God. Like, you're acting like this is, like, difficult. It's not. Be there. You're pissing me off. But this project caused me lots of insomnia and stress, and it messed up my flow state of being iconic. Like, this project was not the vibe. Period. Bye.
I just wanna be